What we do is we believe that we'll be saved through relationships. That's a major thing. A major thing that the vast majority of people do. People think a relationship will save their soul, or a relationship will bring them the kind of happiness and the kind of sense of completion they've been looking for all their life. The Jerry Maguire line, "You complete me," is so romantic, right? But then a significant amount of those people that do that, a significant percentage of those people, let's say even if it's a simple majority, let's say it's even just 51%, what they realize is, oh, okay, love is more transient than I realized. And or rather, love has layers, love has many forms, and the kind of love that I was I was chasing is unrealistic. It's not unrealistic that two people can't be best friends and be romantic partners. It's not unrealistic that you could think fondly of and positively of your partner for the duration of your life. That's not the unrealistic part. The unrealistic part is how we go about it. We go about it thinking that love is so powerful, it will make all of the appropriate decisions for us. We will discover who we are by merit of loving somebody. Everything will work itself out. Love take the wheel. That's what people think. That's what people presume. That's how they effectively approach relationships. And then you see what happens when love is not present. And love tends to not be present in the midst of conflict. When we are in a state of conflict with somebody we care about, or somebody that we care about, what happens is love is not a factor anymore. Now it's more like this person is your enemy temporarily. Should it be that way? No, I'm just speaking to how it typically is. There's a switch that occurs for many people, a different gear that shifts. And what happens is people make, they have a couple of choices. I can either just say whatever because this is a fight and we can't communicate. It's all about him. Oh, then it's all about emotion, which we're fools because we don't spend any significant amount of time learning how to coexist with our emotions and learning that we don't necessarily have to be one with our emotions. Not to say that one should, there's so much, not suppressing your emotions and ignoring them and pushing them down. Honestly, you should be doing the opposite, which is to say, full acknowledgement that it's there. But it's sort of like trying to communicate. If you're under a bench, and I apologize, I can't see right now, but I prefer to have my glasses off. It's like if you have 200 pounds on a flat bench and somebody told you to have an intellectual conversation while doing that. You could do that. It'd be difficult. It's not impossible. That'd be a bit of a tall task with all this weight. And you're like, all right, now let's have a important conversation about something. You're like, all right, so I think it'd be reasonable to say, but it's possible. Or just the weight being held. It's like that with emotion. Like you could have the anger there, but you still have this option to put one mental foot in front of the other and choose your words. You could feel the heaping amounts of anger and still be of apply effort to say, look, you can even state it. I feel so angry right now, but listen, I think it's so rude when you to me and speak with no politeness. I'm trying to, I don't know. I'm just finding something. And this is where the next word I'm about to say has been abandoned by everybody. Nobody cares about this word. Nobody cares. That's when reason should matter more than love. just momentarily. Nothing is permanent. We could choose this and that. We're constantly creatures of flux. We're constantly creatures of transition, constantly. So for me to say that reason is more important than love, it's all temporary. So in that moment, reason should be much more important than feelings. That's why, I don't know if this is truly why, but that's why it's very fair to say reasonability matters. Because reasonability is, quite frankly, truly an ability. It truly is an ability to be reasonable. And reason has to be sought after as if it were just as important as love, but it's not. That's one of the scary things. That's something that's one of the things that scares me with regards to our social fabric today. Is how much reason doesn't matter. It's all about feelings, just feelings, feelings, feelings. Feelings will always be there. Feelings are guaranteed to be there, in fact. Reason is not. Reason is not at all, not conscious, deliberative reason. There's zero guarantee. And so this is one of the developing adults. This is something that is taken for granted. You're going on looking for love, relationships, love, love, love. Where did the reason go? You get down to it. Whenever I've talked to anybody with problems with their significant other, whenever I've spoken to literally anyone, the solution has always been at least 98% of the time. Even though feelings are feelings are inevitable, feelings are going to be there. But the solution has always been tapping into being a reasonable person, making sense. That has always been the most important priority with regard to conflict resolution. Making sense. Now, let me go back to life in general. How much time I got? Damn, I've been talking for a minute. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Are we seriously and truly applying reason to our lives? Because reason would force us to make uncomfortable decisions. Reason would force me. I fight. I fight for my sense of healthiness and my sense of power. I fight for it, not because it just feels right to do so. I fight for it because reason has led me to that conclusion that that's what I must do. Reason has led me to conclude that sleep, nourishment, physical activity, and having healthy conversations is the priority. That is the priority because you cannot have a stable connection with existence or with the world if you are not a stable vessel. I digress. I just wanted to rant on some things. I'm done. I've been talking for too long.